The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Kush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will get the first crack at it here. Guys, they battle for the Territorial Cup and bragging rights in the desert.
Yeah, and the three of us have been part of this rivalry. We've seen it up close before, calling this game in the past, and we know these two fan bases, man, they do not like each other.
Disdain, distaste. This rivalry goes back to before Arizona was an official state. Just think about how deep and how old this rivalry is.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Arizona won a tight one the last time they saw the Sun Devils.
Yeah, Arizona... what they needed to do. They handled everything. And they got the big dub last time in this rivalry game.
Really like the coaching staff, too. They made the adjustments that were necessary to win that football game. So what sort of plays are Arizona going to dial up here?
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. The quick out. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And now on 3rd down after that last run. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Pulls it in, it's Higgins. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Leaves it with the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools there.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long, so many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
Another incompletion on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. The kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys. He couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Still on his feet at the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Quick strike complete. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Coates. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Dances away from one, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have working the middle of the field.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. The Wildcats get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. Saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Higgins. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. That last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 17, set to kick this one.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll run it from the gun. On the move is the 30. Running through contact. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And wings it incomplete. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking for a man, it's Coates. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wyoming handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. Makes the grab at the 30. Touchdown, Arizona. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Sometimes it just takes an offense a little while to settle into the game, and David, it seems like they have here in the second.
No doubt you get those nerves out, you get a few of those hits in, everybody starts to get a little bit of rhythm, and now you start to see it, Palmer. They're starting to put some points on the board.
Yeah, they're lathered up, I think, on the field. I think the play caller has also gotten himself into a bit of a rhythm here, too.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Dropping back, it's Coates. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
First down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's West. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They'll try to get it through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, and it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. And that time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So an 82-yard drive there, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch, called for and made. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you... And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Dropping back, it's Coates. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9.
First and goal, Arizona State.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Sun Devils line it up with a first and goal. Wants to go up top. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get free before the break. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. He wants to go deep. A full dive to haul that one in. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, all the tradition, all of the bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the fight for the Territorial Cup. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Arizona and Arizona State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Arizona is set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments. Stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Back to throw, it's Coates. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get him in a third down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
The Sun Devils will try to... The punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And stick open to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on third. Working that left side. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little. It wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On third down, going up top. Quickly complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Hard running there. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Reads it, fires complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking downfield, it's Coates. Still looking on the move. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Coming up, 4th down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Arizona, 14.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
He's going for the big play. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Coates. He'll take a deep shot here. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And, guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Still on his feet. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arizona 21.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man, making that big...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll try to slam it in. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And here's the deal. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
They'll stop it short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The back goes in motion. Across the 25, he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out and they were stopped on 4th down. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to hold. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Number 15.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Looking to throw. And that pass intercepted. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a two-point return.
Keeps the score Arizona State 35, Arizona 27.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ear still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Jordan. And the Sun Devils are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.